So acne is a topic that we don't talk about every day, but it's often underestimated as a simple aesthetic issue that only affects teenagers. And we'll explore today why that is actually not the case. Both Connor and I have an intimate relationship with acne, having had it, still dealing with it sometimes, and I'm allowed to share some horrible pictures of Connor here to showcase that we actually really empathize with our users who go through this painful experience, and we know that it can destroy people's confidence. But not only do we know stories of our lives, like you go on a Tinder date and the person's face drops as they see you because you don't look like your pictures because your skin isn't as good as that anymore. So not only can we empathize with our users on that level, but we're also the right people to be building skin theory because we have the right skills. Connor is an experienced software engineer with many years having worked in tech. I have the complementary skills of business and marketing. I've worked at Airbus for 5 years. And on the scientific and medical side, we're happy to be supported by Dr. Aina Tan, who is a board-certified dermatologist based in Chicago. Now, we also know that both of us are part of a group of 73% of the global population that will experience some episodes of acne during their lifetime. And this year alone, there's 744 million people globally that suffer from acne, and in the US. The US is a country that we'll talk about a bunch in this pitch because it's our initial key target market. There's 50 million people suffering from acne in this year. Another important fact that we're passionate about is that women are 7 times more likely to have acne as adults. And it might seem a bit weird of a team of 2 male co-founders caring about this topic, but it turns out these are the users that are most engaged, most willing to talk to us, give us interviews and so on, and to use our product. And this is also why we chose our medical advisor as a specialist in adult female acne. The problem we're solving is obviously a big one, and we see that in our traction, because over 8,000 people have already installed our app. Our retention is looking very promising on our activated users, and our monetization testing has shown us that people are actually really willing to purchase a premium subscription to our product, and we see that in a 1.2% conversion rate. Just to give you an idea, top performing health and fitness apps convert free users to premium users at about 3%. So we're on the way there. And a special highlight for me, just 2 weeks ago, Connor published version 2 of our app, and now we have actual real conversions and a real in-app purchase experience. And we've had the first 2 people purchase a yearly plan. So it's $60 ARR, but we're still celebrating that because it's the first step and it's a good sign. Now, what we are actually helping people do, the problem that we're helping them solve, we call pimple purgatory. Let me explain to you what it is like going through the experience of having acne. Generally, what will happen, what people will do is when the acne first appears, they will go out into a store like a DM or a CVS and buy any kind of random product. This will most likely not work because it's not the right product, they're not applying it long enough, and many other reasons. They will enter a costly and confusing cycle of trying more and more products, and unfortunately often increase the concentration, ruining their skin in the process sometimes. And then they either give up or they go to a dermatologist, which can be very costly, especially in the US, even for people who are insured. What we would like our users to do instead of pimple purgatory is to ace their acne. So by using the Skin Theory app, they can get hyper-personalized advice for their skin, and I'm talking skin type of acne, their age, their gender, their nutrition, their workout habits, etc., and try 1 or 2 of the most effective routines in their specific case. Use the app to track if it's working or if they need to make changes. And our users can benefit from saving hundreds of dollars, saving months or sometimes even years of confusion and struggling with acne, and a handful of partially unnecessary dermatologist visits. And the good news is, this is not just some fancy vision, we've already started building it. So Skin Theory is live on iOS and Android, and we're already taking the mystery out of skincare for our users. What the app looks like in 3 simple steps is, first, we give the user impactful skincare routines, which I've already talked about a little. The part that we've already built is the middle part, the tracking your progress. So people can track how their skin is doing, getting better or worse. They can track the products that they're using and other important lifestyle factors that might impact the skin. And they can then understand which of those are actually impacting or not impacting their acne in the part where they analyze and find the causes. This is often, for example, linked to nutrition or hormonal causes, and people can understand that with our app. We operate monetization-wise with a proven freemium model. The premium tier contains some of the most requested and most valuable features for $10 a month. And the market opportunity we're looking at is the global skincare market is about nearly $200 billion. Acne skincare market about $9 billion. We estimate our serviceable obtainable market to be around $265 million. And we have not only benchmarked, but also run some experiments of our own on the customer acquisition cost and the lifetime value. And the lifetime value we also estimated up to $518, including not just this business model, but future building blocks, such as a marketplace to get the right products to the right people, and also teledermatology. Now let's look at the competition. And you might see some familiar brands up here. On the left side, you will see those that focus on one regimen, and that is skincare products that they're producing mostly. So in the lower side, Proactive and Clarisil, these are the established brands. They make generic skincare products. They are being challenged nowadays by those startups at the top left, which are being very successful as creating highly personalized skincare products. What we want to do with SkinTheory is to not just go this high level of personalization, but also go the holistic route. So not just focus on skincare products, but also on lifestyle changes, looking at, as I said, nutrition, hormones, exercise, etc. And SkinTheory is also a long-term companion. So we could have a user that uses SkinTheory to try and track first Curology, then Formal Skin, and then Clarisil, and understand which of those three solutions actually helps them. So in order to make this vision of SkinTheory being the first tool to solve your acne that is hyper-personalized, but also holistic a reality, we are raising an $800,000 pre-seed safe round, which we will invest the proceeds of into improving our product and testing the channels where we can reach our users the best to grow our user base. And both Connor and I are really happy to chat to anyone who'd like to join us on our journey of taking the mystery out of skincare.
It's back alive. Kadi, would you like to take the microphone and let's go. Questions for Moe? Kadi will facilitate.
How do I invest? You have my PayPal, Connor.
Any questions? Yes.
Hey there. Great presentation. So, how much is it like a one-time thing? Like again, I'm years, decades away from my acne problem. So, how much is it like a chronic disease? How much do you feel like from these 50 million American people? Is it like a one-shot or a regular thing? Like, what is frequencies here? Is like chronic acne versus like periodical acne, or whatever the right term is?
Yeah. Thank you. So virtually all of the users that we talk to have dealt with acne for over 3 years. Like some of them are 5, 6, 7 years, and there's always phases. And also our medical advisor will tell us this, like people come and see her, then she doesn't see them for a year or two, but they will come back eventually. Like it's really fluctuating. And the interesting thing about acne is it's so individual, which also makes the need for a company like us. There's not one answer, but generally it's fluctuating and yeah, hard to predict.
We can allow for one more question. Then maybe you would be so kind and tell us a little bit more about the current monetization tests that you had and the first traction that you had.
Yeah, I'm happy to tell about the $60 we just made. So the monetization test that I mentioned earlier, actually what we did is we had a few ideas and a few requests from users on what we should build, and we designed them in Figma, just the visuals. What would a tracker look like that tracks how much water you drink? What would a tracker look like that tracks the air quality in your neighborhood via GPS? What would a tracker look like that tracks your nutrition and your period, etc.? And we just designed them. We didn't code them because we don't have tons of resources. We're bootstrapped until now, and with the help of BFF, of course. And then we put them into the app, and we measured how many people click on those. And those people that clicked on them were also led to a page where they could put down their credit card information, and we made it seem like they were purchasing a subscription. About 10 people did. As soon as they did, we reimbursed them, and we told them sorry and offered them an interview and some goodies. And they told us very interesting things. But basically, we figured out the most interesting things were the nutrition tracker and the period tracker. And so these are the things that Connor has spent the last 1.5 months basically coding, and they're now live, and they're now starting to generate real revenue.
Thank you, Moe.
Thank you, everybody.